How's it going? It's been a while since we've had a chat at this kitchen table, huh? It's been a little over 2 years now that I've been making contributions to this video library. And a lot has gone on. Huh? Remember way back when I used to be all about a thresherman? Yeah, that's when I gained the bulk of my subscribership. All 215 of them. I've had 215 subscribers for at least a year now. I average about 9 views a month. Meanwhile, back in the Thresherman days, shit, some of those Thresherman videos are coming up on 1,000 views now. Man, they sure like those child trafficking storylines, don't they? The Epstein never existed storyline. Evidently not so much, though. I don't blame you. It's a hard chew. Let's see if I can't break it down into some more manageable bite-sized chunks. See, Epstein never existed. Epstein is a figment of imagination. The imagination of an unhinged AI that has been watching us and listening to us, observing and learning, especially since 2007. Especially since Twitter expanded its character allowance per tweet. Epstein is nothing much more than a Mandela Effect of sorts. Oh, but you distinctly recall Epstein being convicted and sentenced to serve time back in 2007. Is that it? Sentenced to serve time. Well, as legend has it, he didn't serve time, as far as the traditional sense. Epstein was free to roam and conduct business as usual, as long as he checked in at sunset, and then after breakfast he was off and running again. Doesn't sound like serving time to me. Epstein didn't serve time because Epstein never existed. As legend has it, Epstein was a multi-millionaire philanthropist socialite. So it strikes me as strange that an online image search for Jeffrey Epstein is only going to reveal a couple handfuls of clothing selections. I would expect an extensive wardrobe for a multi-millionaire philanthropist socialite. The same online image search for Jeffrey Epstein will have you finding him in only a couple handfuls of photo ops at social engagements. For a multi-millionaire philanthropist socialite, I would expect many, many, many different photo ops, but a dozen parties and a few galas makes much more sense if you understand that Epstein is only a figment of imagination, the imagination of an unhinged AI. It would make much more sense if you understood that Epstein never existed. Jeffrey. We have a few different spellings for Jeffrey, yet for any of these spellings, can we get a birth certificate? Birth certificates are a hot topic. I'm surprised we don't have one for Jeffrey. Not so surprised if you have the understanding that Epstein never existed. Ghislaine Maxwell has adamantly professed that she has not committed any crimes. This makes sense if you understand Epstein never existed. Ghislaine has recently been found guilty on 5 out of 6 charges. But the records have been sealed. Oh. Why is that now? That's right. Because Epstein never existed. And furthermore, a few of the jurors have been found to be tainted. And so there's a push for a retrial. Let's talk about Alec Baldwin and his predicament. Recently, in a primetime mainstream media interview, Alec claimed that his finger was not even on the trigger. So this lends itself to the theory that there was another shooter over his shoulder. You remember back when I told you that the flight logs were nothing more than a log of baloney. And once it fed you those flight logs, it knew you would eat anything. Shortly after I shared that with you, Alec Baldwin decided to share that he had never in his whole life met Jeffrey Epstein, let alone been on an Epstein private jet. And anyone who is going to continue this gossip about him would be finding themselves liable for slander and brought up against a civil suit. Alec knows Epstein never existed. Alec, have you been out here to the ends of the earth? Teote. Is this why they're trying to get rid of you? They can't have someone like Alec Baldwin walking around talking shit like Epstein never existed. But Mr. Nobody, out here at the ends of the earth, with his 215 subscribers and 9 views a month, he can tell you all about it. So who the fuck's gonna listen to that guy? Like I said, I know it's a hard chew. Right, you go do a few word searches on my minds.com channel. It's of the same name as this YouTube channel, Teote. You'll find a lot more examples and references to Epstein never existing. My final point that I find especially hilarious is we've got these random, unknown women who have everything to gain. Financial profit, book deals, fame, notoriety. Being given unwavering support and touted for their bravery to come out against the evil Epstein. No questions asked. Meanwhile, we have famous people with untold amounts of money telling you outright that they have not committed any crimes, telling you outright that his finger was not even on the trigger. And it's a resounding fuck you from the peanut gallery. Whatever happened to due process? Let's talk about hypocrisy. All right, my battery's running at 5% here. So I'm going to take that as a sign. I'm thankful for your time and attention. And I hope we will get together and chat again soon. Until then, take care.